All right, so this is the lecture number 58 inside the DSA series, and we have already covered some sort of problems over arrays. Because as of now, we are continuing with the series of arrays. We are solving the problems related to arrays only for now, and we have already done the pattern series as well as the number system series. So if you are messing with that, then you should watch that series also. So continuing with the series, today we would be solving a problem which is an important one also, which states that we have to add two arrays into a single array. Like as we have done in our previous video, we have added two decimal numbers. In the same way, we have to add two arrays. Fine. So we would be see that problem today. So let's see. So we are going to see a problem called sum of two arrays. So let us say you have been given two arrays is 5, 2, 3, 8, 9, and let us say the second array is 4, 2, 3, 1. So length for this is 5 and length for this is 4. Fine. And the length for each of the array can be varies. That means this can be greater than this or this can be greater than this. Like there is no condition that both of the array has to be the same length. Fine. So this is the one constraint you can say for this particular problem. And what you have to do, using these two arrays, what you have to do, you have to build a new array called result, and you have to store the result into this array of these two arrays. Like 9 plus 1 is 10, carry is 1, 8 plus 3 is 11, 11 plus 1 carry, so 12, 1 is again carry, 3 plus this is added into this into this, and let's say here it is 0. So 3 plus 2 is 5, 5 plus 1 is 6 is carry, sorry 6 is has to be put it here, 4 plus 2 6, and 5 plus 0 5. So your program should return this output while adding these two arrays. Fine. So this is the question which we have to cover. Now let us see how we are going to approach this particular problem. And if you are following the number system series, then you must know, then we have already done the same programs previously. But previously we have done the same program for two numbers. Now we have to do the same thing for two arrays. So I am pretty sure that if you have watched that video of adding two decimal numbers, then 99.9% in the cases you would be able to solve this problem, because this is the exact similar to the previous one which we have done already in our number system series. And if you have not watched that series, then I would be explaining the same logic here again. Fine. So what is the logic? Let me explain here is what we will do. First of all, we have to make an result array so that we can store the addition result into that array. Fine. So this is the one thing, make the result array. So for that we have to decide like what would be the size for the result array. Fine. So we would see these two arrays, and after seeing these two arrays we would calculate the size for our resultant array. So result array. So while looking at what you can see, in the A array we have 5 numbers, in the B array we have 4 numbers. So what can be the maximum length till they both go after adding these two? What I mean is, let us say you have 1 2 3 and you have 4 5. So what would be the result for this? Of 3 length. At max the result would be of 3 length. Why 3? Because this is 3, result will not go further after 3, and in this case let us say 4 9 2 9 4 4. So what means, at what length the result for this particular problem would go? It can go till 4. Why? Because 4 plus 2 is 6, 9 plus 4 is 13, 1 is carry, 9 plus 4 is 13 plus 1 carry, so 14. So in this case the result is of 4 size. Fine. So at max the result can go the maximum length of any array plus 1. Like maximum length here is 5 plus 1 is 6. Result can go till 6, not after that. It can go till this also, but we have to see the worst case till where our result can go at max. Fine. So by this we have calculated the length for our result array. Now let us say we have defined a result array of what would be the size? Maximum of A and B is 5. So 5 plus 1 is 6. So we would define an array of 6 size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fine. So this is the result array which we have to consider. Now what we have to do, as we have done in our number system series, what we used to do, we used to pick up this digit, the last one, and the last digit of A array and the last digit of this array, and add both of them. Fine. So 9 plus 1 is 10. So 10 is greater than or equal to 10. Like in this case, we cannot write 10 here directly. So we have to take carry also. So for taking carry, what we would do, if this is greater than this, then 1 would be the carry and 0 would be written here. Fine. See it very carefully because this is an important one, and you can find the same question on LeetCode also. So now we have 1 carry. Now we would add these two. The last digit of this B is 3 and the last digit of this is 8. And let me do it this way. Let us erase this and make it clear so that you should not be confused. Fine. So select it and move it till here. Now we can visualize that we have to add this digit into this into this into this. Fine. So 8 plus 3, which is 11, plus 1, which was carry in this case, so 12. So if again this is greater or equal to 10, fine. So in that case we have to write 2 here, which is 12 minus 10, and we have to take carry as 1. So 1 would be the carry again. Fine. So now we have to add these two, because we are moving forward from, back to front, from here to here. 3 plus 2 is 5 plus 1, which is carry, so 6. Now carry is 0. You can see carry is 0 because we have not found any carry here. 4 plus 2 is 6 plus carry, which was 0, so 6. We would put it here. And for storing result, we would we will be initializing another variable k for and k would be started from here and will decrease till here, which is the front. Fine. So 3 plus 2 is 5 plus 1 carry, so 4 plus 2 is 6. Now we have nothing here, but we have 5 here. In this case also, we would consider this digit as 0 and this digit as 5. So 5 plus 0 is 5. Fine. Plus carry, which was 0 only. So we would get this into our result array. And here, of course, if you define an array in Java, then by default value is stored 0. Fine. So now you have to print this array, and that's all you have to do. You are done with the logic. So this is the logic for adding two arrays. Let me code it up. This is going to be very simple because we have already seen the program for adding two numbers, which was in decimal and octal and binary, and even any base also. So if you have missed that video, then you must watch the video before this. Fine. Now what we have done till now, we have taken an input which is the size of array 1. Now we have declared an array of n1 size, and we have taken the n1 numbers from the user, and we have stored into the A. Fine. Same goes for B also. We have taken the size for B array, and we have declared an array, and we have entered the n2 arrays for B. That means we are done with our input taking process. Now we just have to worry about the calculation or the logic which we have to write. So see it very carefully what I am going to write. So first of all, what I have to do, we have n1 and n2. We have to get the result length. What would be the result length? So max of n1 and this is the max method which is defined in math class to calculating the max of any two numbers. n1 plus n2 plus 1. So this would be the result length, and now we have to define a result array. Let us say new int of result length. Fine. So now we have defined our result array. Now what we have to do, we have to run a loop. You already know how do we add two numbers. we have to run a loop till either number 1 is greater than 0 or number 2 is greater than 0 or carry is 0. So we have to declare a variable for carry also. Let us say initially is 0, and I have to write like this: either n is greater than 0 or n2 is greater than 0 or carry is greater than 0. If any one of these numbers are greater than 0, then we have to run our loop. Fine. So initially n1 is, let us say initially n1 is 5 and n2 is 3. So this condition is true, then we would enter into the loop. Now what we have to do, we have to, let us say we have this input. A array is 5, 2, 3, 4. Fine, 4 size. B array is 3, 2, 1. Now what we have to do, we have to pick up this digit and this digit. So in the numbers, what we used to do, we used to take the remainder of the number, then we used to get the digit. But here we are having array, so we can access these elements using the indexes, and we would use the same approach. Let me see what I am going to see. So first of all, we would define two variables. Let us say d1, digit 1, and d2, and the values for these is 0 for all, means both of them. Now if n1 is greater than 0, then I have to pick up digit into d1 from array 1 from n1 minus 1, because array start from 0 and go till n minus 1 index wise. So I have to access the last element. If it is confusing to you, then let me clear this thing here. What are the index for this? 0, 1, 2, 3. So if we have to pick up this index, then n1 is 4 in this case. So we have to write n1 minus 1 so that we can access this element. Fine. So which is 3. So this would give us the digit 1 into d1. So this has to be 0. Same goes for n2. If n2 is greater than 0, then the digit would be coming from b1 array, which is n2 minus 1. Same goes for as we have done for d1. Now we have got our d1 and d2, which is the digit 1 and the digit 2. Now we just have to add both of them, d1 plus d2 plus carry. Initially the carry is 0, so no effect for now. Now we have to compare whether our sum is exceeding 10. If sum is exceeding 10, then in that case what we used to do, we used to take carry 1 as carry 1, and we used to subtract 10 from the result also. So let me clear this thing. Let us say you have 2, 3, 9 and 1, 3. So in this case 9 plus 3 is 12. So 12 is greater than 10. In this case, what you have to do, you have to subtract 10 from the 12. So that you can get 2. So here we would get 2 and we would write 2 inside this. Fine. So now what we have to do, if not, then we have to make our carry as 0. Now we are almost done. We just have to put the result into result array, which is sum, and at what index we have to put the result. Fine. So if you look at here, we have defined our result array like this, of what size? 5 size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have to put the first addition into this, second into this, third into this. So we have to traverse from back to front. Fine. So we would use the same logic. We have to make another variable, or else what we can do, we can use the result length also, because result length is also pointing to the 5th index. So what we have to do, we have to make result length minus 1. This would store into the result length minus 1. So result length in this case is 5. So we have to store at 4th index. 5 minus 1 is 4. So if we have stored the result, now what we have to do, we have to decrease n1, decrease n2, and decrease result length also. Fine, because we in our next iteration, sorry, in our next iteration, what we have to do, we have to pick up this digit, and in the result array also we have to store into this place, not in the inside the this. Fine. So this is we have to do. And is there anything which we are left? Okay, so we are done with the addition. Now let's just print the output. We just have to print the output. So let's see how I am going to print the output. I would start from, let us say I am starting from 0, but I have not to start from 0, and I will let you know why I should not start from 0. And in this case, what I have to do, system dot out dot print result of I. That's all we have to do. Let us give it a run so that we can be sure that whether our program is working or not, or if we have any mistake, then that would be exposed to us. So let us, I am entering 5 as the size of first array, and I am entering 5 values, which is 3, 4, 7, 8, 1, and I am entering the size for second array, which is, let us say, 4, and I am entering 4 values, 1, 6, 8, 2. So I'm hitting the enter. So let us see the result. So you can see the result. Let us compare whether this result is correct or not. So we have got 3, so we have 3, 4, 7, 8, 1 and 2, 8, 6, 1. We have to add these two. Fine. So 1 plus 2 is 3. 8 plus 8 is 16. 16 is greater than 10. So we would write 6 here. 1 is carry. 7 plus 6 is 13 plus 1, 14. 1 is again carry. 7 plus 1 is 5. 4 plus 1 is 5 plus 1 is carry. 5, 3, as it is here, and 0. Because at the first index in the result array we have 0. So we have got this output. Can you compare this? We have the exact same result. No, we have to, because with this we have 1 carry, so we have to add 1 into this also. So 3, 6, 4, 6, 3. That means we are getting our output correct. Let us say if someone asks you that you do not have to print this 0. Fine. So what you can do, you can simply, like in this particular case where your the result length variable, which is this one, is pointing. Fine. So if you add up, this digit into this, then your result length variable was here, which is 1. So you can start from 1 also. If this is not approaches, suiting you, then what you can do, you can run a loop also till where the numbers are increasing. Like if this is 0, this is 0, this is 0, then you have to start from here. So you can, apply any one of the approach. And this I am leaving on you, that you should do some sort of exercise at your own, so that your brain should be, strengthful, I would say. So I can do this, but I am leaving this on you. You should do at your own. I have just shown you the, approach, how we can approach this particular problem of adding to, I would say, the arrays. And if you still have any confusion, that you should comment down below. I would reply there. And if you have learned anything from this particular video, then hit the like button. And if you are new to this channel, then subscribe to the channel also. And that's it from my side for this video, and we'll see you in the next one.